tiny little sticker. I could just dot that spot with a chrome pen. Screw you, sticker sheet.
So, this will probably be the first thing that people hear on stream, but, and I should have said this earlier, but I neglected to. Um, I woke up to the news that Pat Stares at, former a former member of the Super Best Friends play, his dog passed away.
Ooh.
His dog Zangief, who he loved very much, who was a part of the family, had passed away due to an incident at a dog boarding facility. And
Our thoughts and well wishes, man.
yeah,
It's
I
never easy.
it never is. And like the worst part is like it definitely wasn't it definitely wasn't natural. I've been like it's weird like a week ago or two I was hearing horror stories about these dog boarding places, and then I wake up and see a notification on Twitter that Pat Stares at like posted something. I look at it and like, oh my god. I know Pat doesn't. I He doesn't watch this stream. He doesn't know who I am, and he may never know who I am. But my thoughts are with you, dude.
Same.
You and the others have entertained me throughout my high school and college years, and I wish nothing but the best. I have wished nothing but the best for you guys, and even now I hope if things will be okay.
And remember, eh, your friends, your family, your pets, they're never truly gone as long as you keep them in your hearts.
Yep.
Yep.
When the day comes, you'll see them again. One way or another.
So on a brighter topic, I saw the first episode of Kamen Rider Gav.
All I'm ever going to think of when I hear that name is the chocolate bar pistols.
Yeah, or the freaking uh chip potato chip swords.
Potato chips. And now all I just picture is the chocolate guy from SpongeBob trying to transform into a common rider using the power of chocolate.
Funny enough, the secondary rider transforms into a rider with the power of chocolate.
Like, sad thing is, it's not too out of the question for a YTP to do that. I've already seen someone have him go Super Saiyan over chocolate before.
So, before we get started with the stream, I just want to say, first episode of Kamen Rider Gav, fucking stellar. It does something I don't think I have seen since the original Kamen Rider. It alienates the protagonist.
Interesting.
Yes, the protagonist, Shoma, is not human. He has his... Okay, so his stomach, his organ, is the organ that allows him to digest food, is on the outside. In the
Well,
shape,
that's already unnerving.
in the shape of his belt.
So he literally eats things to transform.
Yes, in both. So, in order to create the gimmick items, the Gochizo, which are sentient, he has to eat something. That's why all the forms are snack based, because he's munching on snacks. So when he wants
already.
when he wants to transform, he puts the Gochizo into his other mouth and transforms. And the cool thing is that apparently the armor can be damaged. The first monster ripped off the gummy armor, and then he had to get another gummy Gochizo to replace the armor.
Well, that's a freaking new feature.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I love this already. I gotta see this for myself.
Yeah. There should be clips in the spoiler section of Gas Ranger. But yeah, he's alienated from other people because of how different he is. He befriends a child, but like as he's fighting to save the child, his mother shows up to kind of like to find him, and she sees Gav and calls him a monster.
Okay, I got the stream on my TV now. I was just finishing up with
Like even after Shoma saves them, she calls him a monster and runs away with the kid.
Human nature. We don't understand it, so it must be evil.
Yeah, so he ends up similar to the original Kamen Rider. Gav just kind of he starts traveling, whereas the original Rider, like he did have friends that helped him out along the way, and eventually he had comrades. Gav will eventually, at least according to episode 2, he will have someone who kind of understands him. Also, I love how the episode both begins and ends with him passed out somewhere. It begins with him passed out on a beach and ends with him passed out in a bush.
I swear, I'm fully expecting. Why does this keep happening at some point?
I want it to happen every episode. I want every episode to begin with him passed out somewhere. Even if it's just like at like the place that's going to be like his main base or whatever. Just him just passed out on the floor, waking up every episode.
Like I would say, like I'm just fully expecting him to ask, why does this keep happening at some point?
So, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry for the downer news earlier. But I just felt that I needed to say that. Because, Pat stares at Wooly versus Matt McMuscles and rising superstar Liam were they got me through some rough patches in high school and college. So, but anyway, yeah, we are back with RE0 today. This may be who am I kidding? This probably won't be the last RE0 stream, but it might be the second to last. It depends on how things go.
It depends on how evil the game wants to be.
Yeah.
Alright.
And yeah, for the first time in a while, I'm back on a Monday.
He's Solomon Grundy! Which means he'll probably be dead by Saturday.
Yeah, that tracks.
Evil Zero. Oh, I forgot to bring up the freaking stream on the other monitor. Oh boy. There we go. Better. I forgot. I forgot to bring back Streamlabs as the window on top.
Yeah.
You are entering an insane world. Yeah, no shit. Alright, so last time on RE0, we lost Billy. I don't mean he died. I mean like one of the eliminators.
Somewhere.
Yeah. One of the eliminators, which are like the T virus infected monkeys, jumped on him and they both fell over a rail.
I always hated jockeys in Left 4 Dead.
And as Rebecca, we have been steadily making progress. I also finally used the damn locker key. Wait. This is the wrong elevator.
Woo, elevators.
But yeah, we managed to get some gun parts for Rebecca's pistol. And now it's stronger.
Because randomly slapping potentially broken parts into your pistol always makes it stronger.
Video game logic. Like, a video game can magically just inject herself with shit and not face consequences. Humans are frailer than that, unfortunately.
We are a very, very gullible species.
Yeah.
No wonder aliens keep pranking us. Dude, what's this? I'm gonna draw a circle of the plants here and make them freak out. No, I don't know why I did that.
Meanwhile, other aliens are like, they breathe poison! Why the hell would we invade this planet?
Yeah.
Was it the oxygen that was poisonous to them, or what are the other miscellaneous elements in our air?
I want to say it was the oxygen, because I remember someone like posted that somewhere, and it's like maybe the reason aliens don't we don't see aliens is because like oxygen's poisonous, and we breathe that shit.
Just ask any of the grunts in Halo.
Great, I gotta figure out what floor the elevator is stopped at, because I can't just push the button and have it come back. That'd make too much sense.
As opposed to not making enough sense and somehow working. Excuse me. Of course, there is a quote I must use now. Oh, what fun is there in making sense? Alright, you could go.
Huh?
If you were gonna say something, you can go. Sorry for interrupting you.
I'm good, I'm listening. I'm debating on 2 different cosplays for the Delaware Halloween party. For Delaware Anime Society, October 12th. I'm either gonna do Octagawa from Bungo Stray Dogs, the more popular one, or go really obscure and do Zelman Clark from Black Blood Brothers. It's basically a red-haired vampire in a black beanie and a tracksuit.
Interesting.
Because he's like a really powerful vampire with fire powers, and I kind of want to cosplay him, but like I have the tracksuit already. I have Octagawa's complete cosplay, but I'm debating on the 2 characters. And someone's like an 800-year-old vampire in the series, and is considered like one of the strongest vampires there is. He's not really a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. Like, you know, I'm gonna be evil, that's more fun, but then like the good guys are in danger, but I'm gonna go help them because my people are hurt. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, there is a line I like in the series. There's 2 scenes I remember clearly. One where he's like talking to cigarette in his mouth, and the kid guitar is going, "Are you stronger than this Casa person?" He just lets the cigarette out with looking at it and goes, "Easily." They find out they've been giving Kulon blood, which is the blood that turns vampires into monsters far worse than vampires. Because in the series, you become a vampire by drinking vampire blood. If you get bit by a vampire, you get a pleasure and they get a resonance with you. You can tell what they're thinking, feeling, everything.
Okay.
Your blood's in their body. Yeah. But Zelman found out there was tainted blood being given to his followers. And he just looks at the two compromiser, the human and the young vampire reincarnated that's been traveling around with the main character as his little brother. Katara and Compromiser, get on your knees and pray! And blows the building up. This is so how strong he was because Casa was fucking terrified.
I just
That's your
picture
pets all
classic
dumb and bluff.
vampires I just picture classic vampires looking at this and going, "You're doing it wrong."
Yeah, it's a different take on them. They did where vampires normally ask too before they turn someone. Because they don't want to curse humans for mortality, they usually ask, "Is this what you want?" Before they do it.
Most media I'm familiar with, vampires are effectively parasites and don't give a damn.
Yeah, the more noble vampires ask, the random ones don't. Hi, Taro.
Hey, Taro.
I'm still not really mad or annoyed, just a tiny bit upset that the secret got revealed.
Well, I mean, you do keep threatening to
And
drown.
I will...
You do keep threatening to drown Jerry, so, I mean, this is kind of your fault.
I haven't done that in months.
See, this is why I don't drink water from the tap in the bear cave. Too corpsey. Even with all the filters in the goddamn world.
Yeah, I've been trying to get someone to look at that.
I don't know where the corpses come from.
Last time I tried...
I ain't the one doing it.
The last time I tried it, it tasted like Elder God.
Okay, that one might have been
I don't
me.
even know how I know how that... I legit don't even know how I know what that tastes like, that I know what that's what it was.
That one might have been me.
We really gotta stop throwing throwing those bodies into the bear cave water stream, honestly.
I didn't even throw it in.
I have no comments.
I didn't even throw it in. It fell in.
Guys, this is why I installed the incinerator.
I'm just gonna be Genya here and go, I may be a cannibal.
Why are you looking at me like that?
But you guys are disturbing.
I'm just throwing this on the table because I know how streaming YouTube can get. This is all a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke. It is a joke.
None
Seriously.
of this is legit. None of this is real. We are joking.
We are all figments of your imagination.
We're in the Matrix.
I'm a figment of my own imagination.
Wait,
How does that even work?
Too many goddamn personas at once. I'm sorry.
wait. If you realize that, doesn't that mean you cease to exist?
Ah, shit.
Mekumon?
Meku.
Who are you talking to?
And he just went quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Don't start gaslighting me, you son of a bitch.
Don't make me do that again.
Oh god, now I just okay. Now I just imagine, Bear's the conductor. Mekumon's the puppet on his hand, and I'm like, what? Tokyo... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tokyo Hachigo.
Just yelling at the puppet. Don't start gaslighting me, you son of a bitch.
Have we found the elevator yet?
I found the cable car, which means we're on the right track.
I say don't make me do that again, but like, you opened that door wide open for me to just walk through.
Yes, but when I said don't gaslight me, I was referring to Taro.
I know. But like, when you said like, wait a minute, doesn't that mean you cease to exist? I knew I had to keep as quiet as possible. I was holding my breath.
Oh, fuck!
Oh.
Yeah, okay, never do that again.
Mute next time, please.
Well,
mute instead.
Well, more like trying to control my breath, rather. Like, I wasn't just straight up holding my breath. I was trying not to burst out laughing.
This ain't JoJo Part 1 and Part 2. Megamon, you're good. You don't need to do
This ain't Demon Slayer, you don't not gotta do cold concentration breathing.
Because like, if I
fail at that.
Like, if I didn't just go straight up, keep control of your breath, like, I would have burst out laughing and the joke would have been ruined. It was entirely an exercise of self-control. Self-control, I'm still surprised I have.
Alright, we're going to level 4.
Yeah.
Playtime is over.
Also, just to finish clarifying for the sake of YouTube, anyone else think that the Bear Cave lore is getting increasingly disturbing?
Will stop me from getting my
I'm trying to keep it from getting...
I'm barely over here.
I'm trying to keep it from getting too disturbing. But y'all motherfuckers are trying to drown people in water or summon elder gods.
Hey, don't blame the elder gods on me.
Like,
I'm not.
Like, when I first got here, I was just using a mobile suit to dig out a room.
Oh,
That was all I was doing.
Oh shit, Billy's alive!
Not for
Oh,
long,
look,
I guess.
And I'm just a demon sitting here in the corner.
Bear Cave has all kinds. A bear, another bear, a cat, a dog, a chocobo, a demon, an eldritch abomination.
Larry over there in the corner. Hey, Larry.
Who the fuck is Larry?
I'm right there.
What, you don't see him?
I don't know who Larry is either.
I'm right there.
Who the fuck invited you?
Larry's the six-armed, six-eyed giant purple people eater over in the corner.
Hey.
Another victory for me as I managed to get through the full name without freaking cracking up.
Mekumon,
I am just
the
wacky
bear
today.
Mekumon, the Bear Cave lore is getting a bit too disturbing. Also, Mekumon introduces Larry.
I have no idea what to think of Larry.
I couldn't help myself. I started being silly with the Larry bit, and it just kind of spiraled out of control.
But let's be real here, Bear. The only reason it's getting disturbing is because it's building up to October.
Oh, yeah, weird shit happens in October.
I mean, last October, I digivolved into some weird animatronic puppet thing for a day. Sometimes I still hear the voices.
They talk to me, they understand, they talk to me.
Sometimes you hear the voices. What do they say?
They have a constant craving for chicken nuggies.
Hey Felix, can we have some chicken nuggets?
Oh no, not again!
Come on. We're hungry.
Pros chicken
Carl,
nuggies.
I will give you the strangest, persistent look of your life if you don't stop that.
And you didn't even just go froze chicken nuggies at you. Sedate the voices.
I have done nothing, but the nuggets have already vanished.
Holy shit.
We really gotta figure out this October thing before it happens again.
Yeah, last October, a whole bunch of weird games showed up in the Bear Cave, and I was compelled to play them.
There was that weird faceless guy, hey, tall, slim, wears a suit. He just stood there in my backyard.
That motherfucker owes me.
Menacingly.
That motherfucker owes me $20.
Shoot
Faceless
him.
guy. I got some guy wearing a hockey mask.
We had killer clowns here in Delaware. Don't ask.
What are we even doing this stream?
We are losing our collective minds,
Yeah.
is what we're doing.
No,
I was gonna say
Thing.
being absolutely ridiculous, but that is also accurate.
that was literally the thing, was the killer clowns here in Delaware.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm a
It's all over the
I'm
news.
gonna go watch the new Kamen Rider with Webb.
Have fun. Also take me with you, please. I don't want to be in this weirdness. It took everything I had to escape Gravity Falls once!
I'm not going back!
Well, hey Felix, there's this place I kind of want to check out.
So
If
what are you
it's in
supposed to do?
Oregon, I'm not going.
It says here it's called Relativity Falls.
Nope, not going there either.
So, what I'm trying to do here is make all of these areas green.
This looks like a
I
complicated
vaguely
puzzle.
remember a puzzle like this. Okay, on a much calmer and more coherent note, I remember a puzzle like that existing back in like the Matsudui online game way back.
Honestly, I like these kinds of puzzles because it's relatively simple, but still challenging.
Can can also get a tad frustrating at times, but that's part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
When you get so close and end up making a wrong move.
Oh, that was close. It's always one off lately.
So, we're seeing more and more of this live-action Lilo and Stitch thing,
Started.
and I am just groaning and rubbing my face and my paws because one of the complaints was that the Hawaiian actress who plays a Hawaiian character wasn't Hawaiian enough.
I'm upset because David Ogden Stiers can't replay his voice as Jumbo Jukiba because he passed away.
I'm worried he might not even be in the movie. Jumba, I mean.
Jumbo! We gotta have the evil scientist.
Otherwise,
Let's face it, knowing the moves Disney makes lately, they'd probably replace Jumba and Pleakley entirely with a new character that fills both their roles and is easily 4 times as annoying.
Gantu. They better freaking keep Gantu.
we better get Cobra Bubbles, or I swear to God, I'm gonna riot.
No, it's a different social worker. I've already seen that.
What?
Cobra Bubbles got removed in some lady.
Okay. Disney's
See, I
about.
was already not gonna bother with this movie, but you got rid of one of the best parts.
All right, Disney's about to find a bear on their front lawn, and I'm not talking about Winnie the Pooh.
Pictures for the actors. They got like an actual social worker looking lady to be in the movie. I don't know if Cobra was still in it and it's just like the social worker before him. I'm not entirely sure. But apparently there's going to be an actual social worker involved and not Cobra Bubbles, the secret agent. So they are introducing new characters.
And it's like, I've said this before, as far back as, like, when we started getting shit for The Lion King, and roughly around that point. I have said it for every remake since. If Disney wanted that money, they should have just remastered and re-released the original film in theaters. It would make bank.
Yeah.
Especially stuff like The Lion King and Lilo and Stitch.
I saw someone reanimating the Lion King live action, have more animated faces, and go there, I fixed the facial expressions. And just left it at that.
It's like, clearly Disney is allergic to making good decisions and or making money, because literally the most profitable thing they could have done with the movies they're trying to remake is just re-release them.
Yep, Taro left.
Oh, damn.
Well, he did say he was gonna go watch Kamen Rider with Webb.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The first episode is subbed now. I can watch that and finally understand what the hell's happening. Because I watched it without subtitles.
Ahead a couple of steps should fix that. But yeah, like, really think about it. I know this tactic would work because it did work multiple times for the Lion King.
Every time
All
they
it takes
re-air
is just
Nightmare Before
remaster-
Christmas on Halloween.
Holy shnikes, what is that?
That was a leech man. A very aggressive leech man.
Yeah, no thank you, please. I'm out of here.
He was missing an arm and a head. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use the Magnum on the regular zombies because that's a waste of ammo.
No, save it for the leech men.
Yeah,
Or the bosses.
that it's a lot more effective on the leech men. Oh, hey, pinball.
At this point, I am almost done with the Force Impulse Spec 2's torso.
Nice. Oh, there's a thing up there.
Just I want that thing. You can't have that thing. But I want that thing. You can't have that thing.
Huh.
So, relatively recently, a hobby shop I can get to was hosting an event. 3 days, Bandai's Gundam base showed up to set up shop. I only finally managed to get there on the 3rd day when it was the least crowded, and I still would have been waiting for hours if I had stuck around to try to get into the base itself. With the errands I had to do yesterday, that was not going to happen. Instead, I went into the hobby shop to see what they have in stock, because if the Gundam base is in town, then you'd better believe they've got a decent selection of Gunpla lying around.
Oh, wait, I'm Rebecca. I can't move heavy boxes.
And boy, was I right! I cannot say this enough. I was very much on the money with that. They had a decent selection, even if a large chunk of it was the Gundam Seed universe. But a movie did just happen to come out for that timeline, so I'm not too upset.
I am stepping on a bunch of leeches.
I mean, that's...
I think we were dead.
Billy!
Let's hope so.
Rebecca, where am I?
You're safe now. Are you okay?
Oh, fuck.
What could have done this?
They must have been used as test subjects in Marcus's research. He must have kept messing around with the mother virus.
Billy?
We got Billy back! Which means we can mess around with the floodgate
The
thing.
forklift?
Well, we need a battery for the forklift, but yeah.
Yay. I'm gonna go. I gotta take a shower.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Find the
I'll
button.
check it out.
Okay.
Sad thing is, I mentioned the forklift, and Mystery Science Theater 3000 just invaded my brain and refuses to leave it alone.
They tried to kill me with a forklift. Huzzah!
This is the song written for the zombies. Dear God, get them off me! They tried to kill me with a forklift. Olay!
Oh, it was Olay, not Huzzah. Why did I think it was Huzzah?
Because they did both.
Oh.
Depending on the episode where they did the song, they did both. My favorite bit was that they reprised it at the end of an episode where They essentially used it for their sign-off.
Damn it.
You know, on the note of MST3K, there is one thing I'm just gonna say. Ugh. I did get to watch a little bit of the attempted revival,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, the set looked good. The characters were basically spot on. The problem was the pacing of the jokes.
I've heard that
They
it's a
just
common
did
complaint.
not. Like, they just did not let the jokes breathe.
So I do know that apparently the revival is still ongoing, but they're doing a it's through like a paid subscription thing now.
Of course, I started watching episodes by just picking one at random, which was the absolute wrong thing to do, apparently.
Yeah, they have a bit of a storyline.
Because, yeah, when I heard them mention the Gauntlet, I knew something was up.
Yeah, the Gauntlet is like that's meant to be I may have fucked up this puzzle. The Gauntlet is supposed to be like a marathon of bad movies.
Let's regroup.
Roger.
Wonder if I leave the room and come back, will it change?
Hopefully.
Oh, thank God.
I'll go alone.
Okay.
Sounds like you have a chance.
Yep.
Like, with the stream on YouTube via the PlayStation, I am slightly delayed. Still watching, but slightly delayed.
I didn't even think of this. I messed up again.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's split up.
Roger.
With the shoulders, the arms are mostly finished, about 80% complete. Maybe 85. We have been rejoined.
I'm back.
Hey, man.
I knew it was gonna be Taro, hence I said rejoined. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be him, but I'm right, so it balances out.
You all good, man?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just Webb hasn't responded yet, so I'm just waiting.
Ah. We got Billy back.
You also missed the Leech Man.
Fun. Thank God I did.
I hit the wrong damn button.
Well, that's too dang bad.
I will be disinfecting everything in the bear cave for the next few weeks because of this. Ugh. Once again, jokes about in-universe lore.
we do not actually harbor a zombie virus.
And if we
Whatever.
did, we wouldn't tell anyone. Joking again, joking again.
And whoever said we did, they're lying.
Well, obviously, there's no such thing as an in-universe zombie virus. In our universe, zombie virus.
And whoever said otherwise, they're lying.
Again, clearly, there's no such thing as a real-life zombie virus.
I don't know why that got me so bad.
At least, dear freaking Odin, I hope not. You know, come to think of it, even with how virulent a zombie plague could end up being, is it really possible that the zombies could take over the world in this day and age?
Realistically speaking, no. Because things that a lot of zombie fiction tend to forget are, the rate in which bodies decay, especially, like, in the summer.
And there's also, you know, the idea of body armor,
That too.
which police and military units would have.
Um, I'm not saying zombies are real, but I was once watching this video of different clips
Ah, no, not
of
that. No, I was talking to Billy.
video of different clips. One of which, you know what? Actually, no. I'll wait till the stream's over. I don't want to. I don't want the YouTube gods after us.
Son of a bitch.
So, a while back, like a good while back, I saw people going on with, like, Florida Man posts, Florida Man this, that, and the other. Well, I thought of one. Florida Man seeks therapy for Florida Man memes. Eats therapist 3 hours later.
Sorry, what?
I'll check it out.
Okay.
So, a while back, in, like, the general section of the Bear Cave, there was this running thing where people were going, Florida Man does this, that, or the other. Mine would have had the Florida Man getting so tired of the memes that he's gone to therapy, only to break down and eat the therapist. Thankfully, The Florida man in
frequent-
question
Okay.
is literally just a figment of
check it out.
people's
Roger.
imagination. It is a meme. Don't demonetize us.
Florida man is the spirit of Florida. It possesses people.
The more you two talk about Florida Man, the more it seems like it's less Florida Man and Florida Devil.
Just when I thought the
And-
Jersey Devil was bad enough.
And I'm talking about a certain type of chainsaw devil, too.
There would be a Florida devil in that. Well, there might be. It all depends
What,
on.
a Florida devil?
Yeah, it all depends on whether or not the chainsaw devil ate Florida. And no, I will not give context to that.
What was I gonna say? Well, what did I miss other than the leeches, anyway?
Me convincing Bear to wait to use a Magnum on something that's not a normal zombie. A
What?
forklift puzzle.
which we still haven't solved.
Oh no, I'm still there for that, I think. Yeah, it was.
And we also found Billy.
Yes, I was there for that.
Actually, wait a minute. Billy, you get up here.
You really didn't miss out on much, Taro. So. Excuse me. Unrelated to the stream, I am making progress with the Impulse Spec 2. I've almost finished one of the arms. So, fun fact, you know how in high grade Gunpla they give you like a shield brace with two different pegs to mount the shield on depending on how you want to angle it?
Yeah.
Real Great Impulse says, screw that, I'm gonna give you a rotating forearm.
Oh.
Like the forearm piece where the shield would peg on, it basically plugs in on a peg so it rotates. I'm hoping that an eventual real grade Shining Gundam, if one ever manages to come to existence, follows that train of thought. Because both the Impulse Gundam and the real grade Burning Gundam have actually had a joint like this. I just want to see it continue. Because it is an actually good idea.
feels like a Legend of Zelda puzzle.
Only thing missing is the annoying side character that serves as the excuse for the lock-on mechanic.
Hey, look.
Okay, I will fight that to the day I die. Navi's not nearly as annoying as people make her out to be.
Tattle, on the other hand,
I only said hey, look, because that's the only side character that stays with Link I know.
So, take Navi, recolor her yellow, and give her an annoying tsundere-esque personality, and you've got Tattle.
and also give her a brother.
I don't know.
Named Tael, T-A-E-L. His whole point of existing is to be physically abused by the villain.
Well, dang.
Come on.
Roger.
No, his name's Billy, not Roger.
So, out of all the companions that I can remember, there was Navi, there was Tattle, there's Midna,
Who also kind of starts off insufferable, but develops over the course of the game.
King of Red Lions.
I'm forgetting the name, but there was another fairy companion in one of the DS games. I think it was like... It was one of the ones in the Wind Waker art style.
It may have been, ooh, excuse me. It may have been in Phantom Hourglass?
Maybe.
There,
Huh?
there was the literal Minish Cap.
Who was a wizard who was transformed into a hat.
Yep.
One that gave a player the ability to shrink to like the size of an ant.
I remember watching this sort of series on video series on YouTube called Mario Warfare, I believe it was called. And
Oh, what war crimes has the plumber committed this time?
no. In all honesty, like Bowser and his army broke into the castle, and the king had told get the princess the hell out of Dodge. Unfortunately, the king met his demise that same day.
Resisting the urge to make light of that?
But that's not what I was trying to get at. At one point, other main characters from other games showed up. But they were so mean to Link. Because legit, every time someone addressed him for the first time, they called him Zelda.
Because that's a running joke about how the fandom for years didn't realize, like casual fans and people who don't play the game, there are people out there who think Link is named Zelda because the name Zelda is on the box, and they cannot fathom that the box is not named after the protag hero.
That's why we also have the unfortunate case of Samus being called Metroid.
Or
It gets
Master
even-
Chief being jokingly called John Halo.
It gets even worse at the end when they've beaten Bowser. All the characters came out one at a time to be hailed by the citizens of the kingdom. When Link comes out, Zelda, Zelda, Zelda.
Because they can't let that joke die.
Oh, but they actually did something fun at the end of the series. So, up until Bowser's death, he had a turtle.
I think I know the exact series you're talking about now.
Oh?
It's live action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Up until Bowser's death, he had a little turtle pet. At one point, I think it was the last episode, before the heroes broke into his castle, he ordered his scientists to bring out this sort of super drug. Now, it cuts back to the heroes before we see what's done with the drug. But then after the battle's over and everyone's just resting, it goes back to sort of flashback thing. Bowser never got the drug injected into him. It was his turtle that got it. His turtle then being sent down a green tube. That same turtle kidnaps the princess. Or queen now. This whole time, Bowser was never the one that kidnapped the princess. It was the turtle. Who
See-
I believe names himself Bowser.
See, what I thought was that Bowser was actually the name of the turtle.
It's been a while since I watched the series. I might have to go back to it if it's still up.
That's
By the
good.
way, hello, King Koopa.
We should have finished with this dump long ago when all this started. Did anyone expect that there would be guns blazing away like this? We weren't told a thing about these creatures attacking us at the briefing. Guess they were a surprise to the head honchos too. Things in the woods, just starting to attack people, or just starting to attack people. That had to be planned. Someone deliberately scattered that virus, no doubt about it. But the guards, our fellow soldiers, they must still be around. Well, whatever. I don't have to worry about that anymore. What I've got to worry about is whether to use my last bullet on myself or on a friend. That's the only decision I have to make. Alrighty.
Line your heads up together. Go for a 2-for-1 special.
Taro!
What?
I haven't the words. That was a beautifully dark joke.
I mean, it's the most practical in this situation. either one, you use the bullet on yourself, and your friend gets turned or teared apart alive, or two, you use your bullet on the friend and you get torn apart or turned. Either way, it's a lose-lose for someone.
Fair.
So yeah, line your heads up. Make sure to get a good spot. Game or
Give me the ammo, damn it. I don't care about the corpse. Give me the ammo. Thank you.
Sure, glad. Yeah, there. They're glad I don't look stupid in this. I don't know why, but like that popped into my head. Periodically, more and more Mystery Science Theater jokes have just materialized in my brain. Whether or not they're actually relevant doesn't seem to matter.
So I have a question, Bear.
Yes?
How many supernatural horrors owe you money?
More than you think, less than you hope.
The number is not 0, and that's all that matters.
Oh my god.
Listen, I've been around.
Apparently for 1,000 years.
I mean, with time travel, anything's possible. Bull. Slap! Sorry. That glitch happens sometimes. This is why you just don't mess with Clockbon.
Bear, I think the keys and the virus is back. We might have to do something about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Clockmon's a jerk. And one that holds a serious grudge.
Yeah, screw it. Oh, so I've been playing more Super Robot Wars V. And, I got to the Evangelion part of the story.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
We about to see a giant robot?
It's Super Robot Wars. You're always seeing giant robots.
I'm just sitting here going, great, anyone who's a new type is probably gonna suffer immediately upon contact with this story.
So far, they're good. Weirdly enough, Mazinger was having trouble, though.
is weird. I would think one of the guys who epitomizes brainless bravery would be perfectly fine here, but
Oh
apparently
no,
not.
no, Koji's fine. The robot is having problems.
Like,
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. Mazinger Z is acting weird.
I always figured the Mazingers were at least semi-sentient, but holy shit!
I'm confused now. What's going on?
So, in Super Robot Wars V, the Switch game I'm playing in my off time.
Yeah.
So, you know how in 30, pilots from, like, different universes will get sent to our universe, like, in the game?
Mm-hmm.
In V, you're the one world hopping. You go to 3 different timelines, that, as far as I know. There is a new correct century, which is Space Battleship Yamato, as well as the normal 1-year war timeline, or like the normal like Universal Century timeline, up to the Jupiter Empire. And then you have the Anno Domino timeline, which is a mishmash of Gundam 00, Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny, Full Metal Panic, Brave Express Might Gain, Daitarn 3 and Zambot 3, and Cross Ange. And then you have the Universal Century, which is, well, it's the Universal Century, which has
So
like,
you've basically got the Gundam series from that timeline. Zeta, Double Zeta, Shar's Counterattack, Crossbone.
well, no, Crossbone and F91 are from the new correct century, where they had their own Universal Century.
Ah, my mistake.
The thing of note is that the machines of the Gundams of the new correct century, their technology is on par with the Gundams of this new Universal Century. So this Universal Century has Full Metal Panic,
Wish me luck, I'm working on the V-Fin.
Getter Robo Armageddon, everything from Gundam, the original Gundam, up to Unicorn. What else?
Well,
Mazinger Z.
Evangelion itself.
Yeah, Mazinger Z. Like a variant of Mazinger Z that I'm not fully aware of. Like, I don't know what it is yet. I have to look it up. And of course, Neon Genesis Evangelion. It was
Which I have, like, in the case of Evangelion, I've maintained a stance that if you're an empath, like a new type or whatnot, living in Evangelion's world must be like a living nightmare.
only if you work for Nerve. These leeches aren't doing anything. They're just letting me walk all over them. But yeah, no, it's hinted at that the world they're from involves Evangelion because characters from the UC world mention how in their universe the sea is red. Like you can identify each of the three universes by the condition of their oceans. New Correct Century, the oceans are dried up. Anno Domino, the oceans
Mom
are
and I.
AD. The oceans are fine. Universal Century, the oceans are dead and red. They are Red Dead Redemption. So, yeah, we were dealing with a bunch of Gundam Unicorn stuff in space as the events of Evangelion start to unfold. There's even a thing called Code Angel, which the Federation and like other forces are alerted to. And then when we go to Tokyo 3, Shinji is already in Unit 1 fighting the first angel in the show. Not the first angel as in like
The first one he fought in the show, we understand.
yes, which in the TV show was the third angel, but in the Rebuild movies, which this is based off of, is the fourth angel. Because they added a new one. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it goes about as well as it did in the show and movie. Shinji's knocked unconscious. Eva enters berserk mode, kills the angel, and then Koji Kabuto, his girlfriend, and the guys from Boss Ramen in their own robot, Boss Borot. They show up to try and help, but Ava Unit 1 is berserk and is targeting them. Then a bunch of like Federation drones show up out of frickin' nowhere.
Well, dang.
And then yeah, it Koji during the entire fight is mentioning how Mazinger Z is acting weird. Like it feels different and doesn't know why. Going by the fact there's a different Mazinger on the cover, I think I might know why. Anyway. Yeah, it was the Mazinger and not Koji, which was acting all weird with the angel. Or the Ava. Yeah.
Again, I always figured the Mazingers were at least semi-sentient, but ouch.
Are these zombies fucking naked?
Don't know, don't want to know. Also, here in the group chat here we're in, the group call chat, that is the upper torso of the Impulse done. I vehemently despise how thin this V-fin is. there's only so much I can do about it.
I'm suddenly reminded of that Adult Swim show, Moral Oral.
Oh yeah, wasn't there an episode where the dead came back to life, but they were all naked, and the town was only worried about the fact that the dead were naked, not that there were fucking zombies everywhere?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I just have to ask, what in the world do you two watch?
I didn't even watch the show. I just remember hearing people talk about it.
I didn't watch it either. I watched a video essay about the series.
It was made by the creators of Robot Chicken,
I'm just gonna
which
go
honestly
mute
should
and
tell you
play-
everything you need to know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
we're not going to
I'm
talk
gonna
about
go-
it, Taro, because it's fucked up.
It's a weird show.
Yeah, it's weird. If I'm saying it's fucking weird, then you know it's fucking weird.
I'm just gonna mute now and go play my Shapes game.
I'll go.
Trust me, dude, we're done.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I only brought it up because of the naked zombies.
Which I asked questions to confirm. I got my confirmation. I don't need to know anymore.
This item box is a freaking lifesaver, man.
In actuality, Web has started to type again, so I'm gonna gotcha and go.
All right.
I don't know what the transformation call for the Gov belt is yet, so
Juicy!
Juicy?
Yep.
Well then, Juicy!
Of course, Splendor. Top piece. The fucking weirdness of the conversation multiple times over. Are we sure we're not in Gravity Falls?
I mean, at this point,
It wouldn't surprise me.
same.
Like, first off, we know Bill did something to attempt to revive himself eventually. We know his family's apparently getting involved.
I found the book
Which
of I found the book of Bill at a Walmart.
I am legitimately surprised Bill didn't kill his parents, just for the sheer what the hell not of it. Like,
For the-
really?
For the lulz.
You're telling me that this dude who basically does everything because he lacks impulse control and finds the mere concept of impulse control offensive didn't obliterate his family on first impulse? Who knows? Maybe they reconstituted themselves.
If they're Bill's parents, it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, we know Time Baby eventually did. Not a sentence I expected to say, but here we are.
Okay, why did Billy not come down here with me?
Because he's had enough of the zombies and shit.
Come on.
Okay.
There we go. So I may or may not have been inspired to try a new custom in GB4.
Let's hear it.
The Gundam Belmont.
There's plenty of whips for it, sure.
Oh, the Tyrant's not fucking dead!
Let's be real, when does a Tyrant ever die outside of the very final boss fight of a game?
I wish Taro was here. Because he was the one who's like, hey, you killed the Tyrant, game's over, right?
If anything, he'll be laughing his ass off that he escaped before he had to admit he was wrong.
Ah, boy.
Turn my overhead light off, and it's alright for a little while. The clouds decide, screw you, and now I gotta turn the overhead light on again. Rule number 1 as a Gundam builder, never rely on natural light. Or maybe just make sure the day's not too cloudy.
Great. I don't know why I forgot what was behind that door.
You know, when it came to the miscellaneous costumes of, like, certain Power Ranger series, I thought of, like, a compromise, since, yeah, the, Megazord suits from Power Rangers Samurai, like, the suits the Rangers would don when in the Megazord, like I bring this up because I just happened to see the picture on my phone again. Maybe those Megazord suits would be better served as like a team battleizer or something.
Maybe.
Because like that gold suit especially looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Then hell, maybe save Shogun mode for the actual Megazord mode. Because now, the Samurai Megazord is obeying its Shogun. But then again, that's just my not nearly educated enough dumbass trying to incorporate both suits.
Okay. Oh. There's a door here.
Okay,
I didn't
Impulse,
think-
where the hell are your kneecaps? You're welcome. Definitely looking forward to showing this build off when it's done, though. Ooh. Aim for the one leg.
Oh yeah. Angel Hair season 3 started.
I remember you mentioning that. How was it?
It's pretty good. So I think I briefly told you about like what Angel Hair was about.
I wouldn't mind a refresher either way.
Well, I was gonna give you one regardless. So Angel Hair season 1 at least is about a man named Jonah who comes across these VHS copies of a old like Christian child edutainment show.
Essentially, VeggieTales.
VeggieTales with a bit of like a Dora the Explorer kind of vibe.
Less insulting, I'd hope.
Yes, very much less insulting. So he buys the tapes, he watches them, and then he kind of realizes something. These tapes are not what he remembered from the show. And he looked around. He searched some of his old stuff, and he found the VHS recordings of the live broadcasts from when he was a child.
This is gonna be good.
Already, things are off because in the VHS copies, the main character, Angel Gabby, does not refer to the viewer by anything other than you. Because, you know, like shows like Dora. In the VHS recordings, Angel Gabby calls Jonah by name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
So
in the recordings, it's revealed that she had been teaching Jonah things. Not necessarily bad things, mostly just stuff to defend himself. And it's implied that Jonah had an abusive father. But for some reason, he doesn't remember. And any evidence seemed to have been washed away in a freak accident.
Is it sad that this is reminding me of the Digimon 02 movie, The Beginning?
No. Eventually, possibly because of all of his childhood memories and like remembering everything about time he spent with Angel Gabby, he attempts to bring her back.
Follow me.
Oh, that is not a good thing.
It works. He finds he figures out that the way to bring her back is to air the show live. So he does a live stream of the VHS copies. And it works. Gabby Gabby doesn't recognize him at first until he says it's me, it's Jonah. I'm here. Do you remember me? And in a very sweet and touching moment, Gabby goes, "It's so good to see you again, Jonah. I'm so happy at how much you've grown." I'm happy to see how much you've grown. And season 2 deals with Jonah again. This time, Gabby's gone missing. There's a new angel hair named Zaggy. And you start to learn a little more about the lore of the series. It seems that this company, I can't remember the name of the company right now, but
Generic Evil Corporation number 516.
no, not evil.
Broadcast company responsible for creating the show, then?
Wasn't a broadcast company, but yes.
I was almost tempted to just call it the Him Jensen Company and move on.
But point is, apparently they made shows that these angels would inhabit to help guide children. There was a much older one called Wild Hair that was about Zaggy as Detective Zag Wild. A sort of like older, like Dick Tracy kind of show.
All right.
And eventually, they're able to find Gabby because of the internet. She ended up spreading herself so thin that she's everywhere at once. And Jonah feeling guilty, like Jonah feels like he feels like he's nothing more than a burden to Gabby now because he's an adult. He doesn't need an angel hair to guide him. But he still considers Gabby his friend. And it seems that by the end of season 2, Jonah has sort of restarted the company in a sense. Having both Wild Hair and Angel Hair streaming online to help a new generation of children. So I know I said this was like analog horror, but it's more like analog nostalgia with a touch of tragedy. Something happened to Jonah's father. Jonah's father was an abusive monster. But all of a sudden, he disappears, and Jonah and his mom just don't remember him anymore. Hell, Jonah's mom tried to investigate what the hell was happening. But she got stopped at like every possible turn. Oh my god, the resident is evil. Hello, Cardman.
Something zombies ate my neighbor.
And season 3 starts with someone trying to contact Jonah. Someone Jonah knew in his childhood. This person used to be a friend of Jonah's that he had used as his alibi for when his dad disappeared. Apparently, he is being like haunted or harassed or something by this old ass PC game. It's when he was younger, much like Angel Hair, the game was sort of his escape, his safe place. The game would provide him with whatever he wanted. New adventures, new quests. Even if the game wasn't built for it, it would still somehow happen. But now it's gotten worse. And he needs Jonah's help. That was a giant toad. So, I don't know if this game involves another Angel Hair, but something about it is causing Gabby to have pause. And like that's just the first episode. Like the video from Jonah's old friend, him talking about the game, how it's changed. Now I remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
I will say, like, for what the Impulse Spec 2 here is, this real grade has a simpler build than I was worried about.
So with what I've said about Angel Hair, what do you think?
It's an interesting story, and, like... I'm curious to see where it goes.
I know before I said it's kind of like analog horror, but...
I mean, there are horror elements, but it's not analog horror so much as analog mystery.
Yes. The horror is, in this case, the horror is in the mundane. The fact that Jonah was abused as a child, and his father was the one that did it, and all of that. It's definitely interesting.
So, you may have noticed that I made a comparison to a Digimon thing when you first started describing, Jonah's situation.
Yeah.
There's a reason I make this comparison. But it's gonna involve some spoilers for Digimon 02 at the beginning. So, for anybody who's, watching the stream, you have been warned. I will throw in a sound alert when it's okay to unmute. Starting now. So, one of the main characters, named Louie in the dub, I would call him like a Digimon Timmy Turner to kind of give you an idea of just how miserable his life was.
Okay.
Friendless, often ignored, abused by his parents in more ways than one.
Yikes.
He makes a friend in the form of a Digimon whose name escapes me at the moment. Lucamon, was it? Something like that? Now, no Digivice ever materialized, but I'm just gonna go with the name here. Blucamon insists that he's Louis' friend. And eventually promises to grant Louis a wish. And that wish Louis makes is to be free of the torment his parents were dealing to him. Especially after being locked in a small closet for a good chunk of the day.
Yikes.
Or something to that effect. His parents were found dead very soon after.
Oh!
Upon realizing that Blucamon was the one that did it, Louis panics and tells Blucamon to go away because this was not what he wanted. He didn't want them dead, he just wanted the pain to stop. He wanted to be able to, you know, live with his folks and not have to worry about what's going on next. Blucamon isn't malicious so much as it is naive and misunderstood the wish. A Digivice does appear eventually. And gets broken.
Okay.
Fast forward a few years, and a giant Digi-Egg appears over Tokyo Tower. On every screen are the words, "Everyone deserves happiness, everyone deserves a Digimon." And upon investigating, Louis attempts to climb the tower to get to the Digi-Egg. He is convinced this is Blucamon. And he would have fallen to his death had our heroes not intervened in the last second. The marketing for the story made it sound like we were going to meet the first ever Digi-Destined, and that's only partially true. Louis convinced he was the first until proven otherwise.
Well, yeah, because weren't the first Digi-Destined, like, a bunch of older people? I mean, like, they're older
Yep.
now. Like, the first Digi-Destined were the ones that create, like, their Digimon created the Sovereigns.
Yeah, more or less.
Which is a good, like, 20 years before Louis?
Especially since Louis appears to be comparable in age to the 02 cast of the film.
So, yeah, a good 20, 30 years before Louis.
So, yeah. He isn't actually the first. He just believes he is. Again, until proven otherwise. But yeah, his home life was not the best. Abused by his parents and most on a Digimon. Digimon attempts to save him, doesn't quite realize the consequences of what it's doing. And that leads to all kinds of problems. Since that is the end of the spoilers, I'm going to send that sound thing now. That was a sound alert. So, anybody who's still muted, joke's on you. Am I missing a runner? Please tell me I'm not missing a runner. Oh, there it is. I was looking right at it. But yeah, now you understand why that popped into my head
stay
when
here.
you mentioned the angel hair.
Right.
To balance that out, the positive things of the movie.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
In particular, I enjoyed the character back and forth we had between the 02 kids. Like, they legit had the pack of siblings energy that I just loved.
I just fucking died.
Resident Evil 0.
How much progress did I lose? Oh, good lord.
Oh no! You might as well have just stepped on a mine turtle.
Okay, I don't think I... Okay. I don't think I have lost too much progress. But we are at 2 hours, so...
Fair enough.
Alrighty.
If you decide you wanted to play a little bit more GB4 and get some more of the story later, send me a message.
Alright, I think I might just focus on building some custom ideas first.
Hey, that works too.
Okay.
I can show you one of my updated builds.
Alright, well, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
And Mikumon with a brief appearance by Taro.
And Silas. And we will be back tomorrow with Super Robot Wars 30. And
If you thought we were full of weird references and chuckles this time, just you wait.
it's gonna get weirder. So if you like the stream and you want to support us, please considering donating down at the link below on Twitch. You can also subscribe to the channel. Any little bit helps, but if you don't want to do that, or if you can't, because we get it.
Times are rough.
Yep. You can support the channel in other ways, such as simply watching the stream here on Twitch, following the channel on Twitch, which will grant you access to the Discord. And then on the YouTube side of things, you can watch the video on YouTube, comment on the video on YouTube, like the video on YouTube, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel, as that is where all our streams go as VODs once we are done. So,
Twitch likes to delete things.
Yep. So with all that said and done, thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Stay safe and stay cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. Really need to get my shit together with this outro.